Hey guys, what's up? It's Kevin here. I'm the man with the plan, and I'm the founder here at Majesty Marketing Solutions. So today I was figuring we would just have a little conversation. It is officially 2018. It is the new year, and with the new year always comes lots of new stuff. New strategies, new ways of doing things, things that were working stop working, things that weren't working maybe start working again, or tweaks that need to be made to everything. So I just kind of wanted to have a little talk with you guys about what to expect for 2018. You name it, it can change. So I wanted to share with you guys some predictions. I found a really cool article with 11 expert opinions. I wanted to give you my top 5 and then my 2 cents on what these experts had to say about where email's going, and I wanted to see what you guys thought. So without further ado, why don't we jump right in? So Alex Kelly, front-end developer at MailChimp, says, find your voice and experiment with design. There are nearly 36 times more emails sent every day than there are people on this planet. Wow. And that's just growing year by year. To stand out in 2018, marketers should focus on strengthening the relationships with their customers by building their brand. Find your voice and experiment with design, then compile everything into a style guide to keep your content consistent. So, this one of the tips that stood out to me for a few reasons. It kind of drives home the point that, yeah, the information overload is happening to everyone. We're inundated with messages. There's 36 times more emails sent every day than people in the world. Like, that's a crazy stat. And you guys know I'm a big advocate on relationship, and finding your voice is a really great way of finding that unique way to communicate with your audience. So doubling down on figuring out what your voice is and how you're going to communicate and connect with your audience is huge. I think that's a very good tip. And be creative, experiment, always test new things, change your design up a little bit and see what the reaction is from your customers. Okay, so next tip, drum roll please. Next tip is from Kat Pay, CEO and founder of Holistic Email Marketing. Treat each and every email as a customer service mail. Consumers are becoming increasingly savvy about what they want. Marketers should start reviewing their data and respond accordingly. Lack of engagement in the top of funnel metrics such as opens and clicks are key signals to not delivering emails that meet customers' expectations. Good tip. To meet their expectations, one approach, which I believe will gain action, is treating each and every email as a customer service email, whether it's promotional email or a sales email. Boom. Boom. So, Kath just dropped a bomb on you guys. She hit on so many really good points. Engaging at the top of their funnel when people are new, when they are most excited to be engaging with your business because they just subscribed or they just became a customer, is the perfect time to really establish that relationship by making contact a few times to introduce yourself, introduce your product, and add value as much as you possibly can. I like how she said that the lack of engagement metrics at the top of that funnel means that you're doing a poor job of engaging those customers. She added the connotation that if your metrics for opens and click-throughs are low, it probably means that at some point in that customer's journey you are missing opportunities or not executing on fulfilling their expectations of whatever your brand or service offers or whatever value you can provide them. And she doesn't just leave you hanging, she gives you the solution. Treat every email like a customer service email as an opportunity to serve the customer, whether it be a transactional email, order confirmation, anything. Treat everything as an opportunity to add value to that person in some way or help solve a problem for them. And that's definitely going to increase your open and click-throughs. So moving on, drum roll please. Our next tip is from Jacques Corbitouche. I really hope it's Corbitouche. I hope I said that properly. CRM manager at Artfinder. I see 2018 as the year where email marketers really start focusing on meaningful personalization, specifically making sure that emails are relevant and received at the right time within the customer's lifecycle. Let's stop focusing on shiny toys and let's get back to marketing fundamentals. So I really like this one because it goes right back to the basics. As much as you're trying to push sales, you have to remember that what you're really trying to do is build a relationship so that every time that person wants that service or that product or wants to get that kind of interaction or experience that they got with you, they're going to always come back to you. So going back to fundamentals means that every piece of content that they receive from you is relevant to the original topic that they got involved with you with, is relevant to the product, adds some kind of layer, some kind of value, and isn't off on a whole other tangent or misleading in any kind of way. And we just did a video on timing just a couple weeks ago. Making sure that your emails are getting to people at the right time can make a whole lot of difference as far as conversion for every sequence that you guys put together. And moving on, drum roll please. Amanda Solon, Senior Digital Strategist, Email at Highmark Health. Make sure you test with a plan. Something marketers must do is remember that testing is like 7th grade science. You're going to need a hypothesis, control, and testing plan. Majority of testing that's happening in the marketing sphere right now is called A before it reaches significance and doesn't have controls. Actually building models about your users requires you to understand them, and you can't figure out what they like and why if you're running bad tests. Something marketers mustn't do is forget that their audiences are made up of people. Would you like to get 3 emails a day with basically the same messaging when you've opened the previous 2 thinking they're different? No. Then why would your users like it? Use common sense and segment your heart out. So I like this point because I think it's super important to understand your list, understand your customers, learn as much as you possibly can about them. And I also believe heavily in segmenting as anything that separates or differentiates the demographic of your customer audience. Segment that bad boy, test it, see what they like, see if you can develop niches within your niche. And I really like the point about remembering that these are people that you're sending messages to. Realistically, do you want to get the same message 3 times a day? You'd get annoyed by the 3rd one. So remember that and switch it up. Throw some value in between your promotional emails. Mix it up a little bit and remember that this is a real life flesh and blood person that you're trying to communicate with and convince or influence to do business with you. And don't just send them stale, mechanical kind of emails. And moving on. Drum roll, please. Boom. Boom. Jenna Tiffany, Founder and Strategy Director at Let's Talk Strategy. Relevancy will be the only winner in the inbox in 2018. One of the most effective digital marketing channels for creating personalized campaigns is email marketing. Yet 59% of consumers are stating that they are receiving irrelevant emails on a regular basis. Providing a new era of sophisticated email marketing, AI and machine learning can remove this hurdle and take the guesswork out by analyzing an unlimited amount of data that would take several years for a human to analyze and provide recommendations. So I really like this point because it focuses on relevancy. You want to make sure that whatever you're saying, whatever chances, whatever at-bats you are getting to get in front of that customer, they're relevant and add value as much as possible or really hit home with whatever the offer is. You don't want to waste your chances at bat in front of your customers. I agree that the whole AI computer learning thing would definitely be interesting. I think it would take a little bit to work out some of the kinks as far as it being accurate, but I think we're moving along that path and it's definitely going to change the game if and when that happens. So that is something would be super cool. I'm looking forward to hearing more about that. So if I want to throw my own 2 cents into the barrel, I think there's 2 things I want to touch on. So first of all, if you're not using email marketing, you really need to look into it. It's definitely going to have a positive effect on your business, and it's going to help you reduce some of the expenses as far as ads that you're spending, at least a little bit, and being able to hit your conversion targets for your audience. What do I think as far as it being new year and what's going to change? I think a lot more people, especially in e-commerce, are going to start opening their eyes to the power of email marketing and start adopting those practices more this year. I think the proof is going to start coming out about other stores using it and that helping with some of their conversion. So I really think that's going to be something that becomes a little bit more popular or well known as far as e-commerce is concerned. I think just like any other year, the creativity is going to be a huge winner in 2018. I think getting creative with ways to get your audience to interact with you, like surveys and contests, and really finding a way to add value in a new kind of fresh way that creates this kind of special kind of relationship or touch that you add to your customer base is going to be huge to building that lasting brand where people turn into raving fans of your business and are telling their friends and their friends' friends about the product or service that you offer. And my last point is that I think the focus on service is going to go up this year. I think people are going to start to realize that you can't always win on quality, you can't always win on price, but you can always win on service. And if you switch your focus to caring more about the customer first and trying to just even provide really high quality value content that'll really make someone laugh or make them think, or give them something for free that genuinely helps with whatever that interest is, and making sure that whatever you're giving them or whatever you're drawing attention to is relevant, is going to be huge as far as that person remembering your brand when it comes time for them to spend their money. Okay guys, that has been our first little sit down chit chat. I kind of like this. So I think if I find or read something that's of value, or I find a new strategy that's really working, I might do kind of a little sit down like this again. If you guys enjoyed it, if you liked it, if you like the content, if you'd like me to go over things and then maybe summarize or give you guys kind of the nuggets of what I think about things that are going on within email marketing, please let me know. I'd be happy to do that for you guys. Okay, so you guys know what happens now. If you found some value in this, please like it. If you know somebody who could find some value in this, please share it. And if you have something to say or a question to ask, please comment. If you know somebody who's running an e-commerce store and they're trying to take it up a notch this year, tell them holla at your boy. Tell your aunties, next door neighbors, cousins, best friends, co-worker to holla at me, and we can make this thing happen for you guys in 2018. Guys, it's been Kevin from Majesty Marketing Solutions, and I'll see you on the other side.